This is Mandalay Bay right here, and this is the 32nd floor. The concert way across the Las Vegas Strip. This right here, that's the popular corridor. That's the Las Vegas Strip that's known to tourists that so many people visit all the time. So you can see he was quite a distance away, maybe a block away, but he had an angle, and he had apparently what we believe to be some sort of semi-automatic weapon. We want to show you what some of the front pages of newspapers in Alabama look like this morning. This is the Birmingham News. Alabama rejects Moore and elects Democrat Jones. Also, the Montgomery paper here, Montgomery Advertiser, Senator Jones, and you can see the D in parentheses there. You're going to want to check it out. As thousands flee growing wildfires in Southern California, cameras, they catch a heartwarming moment. You can see this man. He is frantic. He's chasing an animal surrounded by flames, jumps up and down, not knowing what to do. He was driving down the highway when he noticed a distressed rabbit. He eventually catches the animal and brings it out of harm's way. It was, but it was postponed because of Hurricane Harvey. Fast forward to tonight, and the parade was a success. I want to show you what's going on right behind me. The street sweepers now taking over the streets because the parade is over 140 entries, and they went by in about 2 hours. The Austin City Council votes overnight to send the Austin police contract back for now some more negotiations. Today, the Austin City Council is expected to talk about the construction of a potential Major League Soccer stadium. So far, the city selected 8 possible locations. They're scattered throughout the city. The team eyeing Austin, the Columbus Crew, said early on it does want a venue close to downtown. The site closest matching this requirement is also the one generating the most backlash. Neighbors near Butler Shores on Barton Creek and Lady Bird Lake say they don't want to deal with noise or traffic. Williamson County Sheriff's deputy almost hit while investigating a crash. Sheriff Robert Chody tweeted out a picture last night. I want to show you that picture. He said, quote, "We were fortunate. This wasn't another law enforcement line of duty death." According to Chody, the deputy was stopped near Mopac in 45 at another wreck when possibly a drunk driver crashed into his car. At Blackland Prairie Elementary of Round Rock ISD, children recently took part in an unconventional approach to coding. Here's what's making them cool at school. Good morning. Thanks for waking up with CBS Austin this morning. On this special edition, we are tracking Hurricane Harvey. I'm Chris Saldaña. 9:09 right now on this Saturday morning on the special edition of CBS Austin this morning. We are keeping track of Harvey. Some new video into our newsroom. This is of Port Lavaca. You can see parking lots there, some small lakes. That is a palm tree. Who knows what's around it? It could have been some more bushes, but it just looks like it's all underwater right now. That is possibly at the strongest point, maybe, Allie? Not so much strongest point of when Harvey did make landfall, because Port Lavaca is in that general area of the eye. From Central Texas to the Texas coastline, we've got you covered this morning. Jordan Bonke, he is in Corpus Christi with a look at what people are waking up there. All right, Jordan, you got that hat turned backwards. Are the winds picking up now? Because earlier it seemed like things had died down a bit. You've done a fantastic job. I'm going to ask you for one more shot. Can we have you maybe go back to where we were just a bit? I want to stick behind you. I want maybe Armand to zoom in on the boats behind you, because you mentioned that those boats look unmangled. Right. They don't look like any sort of damage was done to them. Oh, you could maybe zoom, or you're going to walk over there. All right, we'll have you walk over there as well. But it's amazing to see, because when we've covered hurricanes in the past, or you've seen hurricanes along other coastlines, it's the boats that really project just how big of damage is. But that just looks untouched pretty much. Keep up the great work. We'll be checking in with you guys. Man, great job. Nice job. Thanks, Jordan. He's been to Victoria, he has been to Rockport, he has been all along. He's been staying ahead, though, of Hurricane Harvey, which is smart, and now he's kind of going towards where the storm systems are moving, because we just heard earlier there was a maroon code up at A&M because of potential tornado sighting near Kyle Field. Hey, Melanie, can we take your live shot once again? Because, Allison, we're having viewers message us as well as we're on air, and you had somebody message you telling you that particular area is known to flood in a matter of minutes. They're moving them now. They're moving our crew right now. Obviously, they're going to either try to maybe put the barricades further back so people can't get as close as to how close we got. But if you're out there, Melanie said, if you're out there, you know some low crossings and you want us to know about them, or you see some things that are flooding, let us know, because that is why we have that traffic tracker. We want that to go to the areas to be able to warn other viewers who are possibly watching. Yep, they are barricading us. They pushed us back a bit. Obviously, it's out of safety, so we understand that. So they just don't want people to come any closer, because on the other side, you saw people driving up, Allison. We saw 3 or 4 cars before they realized.
Yeah, they have the tape up, but it doesn't look they have the barricades up.
We just want to say, Melanie, that driver has been pulled out safe according to the Austin Fire Department, but nonetheless, you're going to go check that out. So again, the driver is out safe this morning after they were making their way through those lanes and then got stuck in water. Okay, back to our tag team coverage of meteorologists that we have with us, Nicole Hartford and Allison Miller, tracking Harvey. We do know it made landfall. And Nicole, I got excited when you said it's a Category 1, and Allison's like, no, don't get too excited, because that does not mean that things are safe for now. I just want to update our viewers right now on what we're getting via Twitter. There were 2 shelters open for those evacuees from the Texas coastline. Now it's just one, the one at Delco Center. They're saying the LBJ Lhasa High School one, that's being placed back on standby due to the lack of demand. So again, one of those centers now just opened, the Delco Center, which is for those people who do need some shelter from the Texas coast. I want to go and show you some video right now as the sun rises along the coast. We're getting a better look at the destruction there. This is Corpus Christi. Businesses and buildings, damaged signs and missing walls is now what people have to go back and sort through and clean up. So hopefully they'll go back and figure out that everything will be fine after a couple days. And power has been out as well. You know, we heard our Jordan Bonke telling us that it was hit or miss on some of the stoplights where he was at in regards to the red lights and the green lights functioning there. And Harvey's rain here in Austin has some area creeks starting to fill. You were just talking about this, Allison, on some of the watersheds here. This Russian water is out of South Austin. As the rain keeps coming down, creeks like this could end up overtaking city streets. Don't forget, when you're faced with water on a road, turn around, don't drown. Posted this image of Officer Jack McCarty attempting to pull down that American flag during the heavy rain. Earlier this morning, they also sent an update saying all first responders did survive the night. And this is important to note. A lot of these first responders are now utilizing social media to update people, whether it be Twitter, whether it be Facebook. But this image, powerful there. So we're going to be updating you as well. We want to remind you, go find us on Facebook, find us on Twitter, use our website. That is where we like to keep our viewers updated as well. I want to go ahead and take this radar right now. What I've learned from our meteorologist, Allison Miller and Nicole Hartford, is that once you see that rotation coming in through our area, things are going to get a little bit heated for us. And that tornado warning until 7:30 this morning, that is what Nicole is tracking right now, trying to get an idea. And also flash flood warning. What was that? I'm sorry, I can barely hear you guys. What were you saying, Jeff? Can you give me what were you repeat that? Okay, well, I'm going to step back right now and go down to our Jordan Bonke, who is in Corpus Christi. Again, we have a number of teams scattered throughout the Texas coast updating us on this morning on the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey, now that it has made landfall. Jordan, I have to tell you, man, you were out there for 2 days. You were in Port Aransas. You made your way to Corpus Christi. It seems like right now things are a lot calmer than what we saw the 2 days before. Lines are long no matter where you live. Pre-orders of the $1,000 phones, they sold out in minutes. You're one of the lucky ones. You've been using this phone, you say, now for a week, and you say one of the big features is that facial recognition. How did you find it to work? Well, what does it do? I mean, you just put your phone up and just take a picture of your face? Show us.
Yeah.
You've been out of the dating scene for a long time. You're about to get married.
Yeah.
Any bad dates you remember?
I remember some like kind of awkward,
moments.
just like didn't go well, you know, or the guy was a weirdo.
I don't remember any
get
specific dates, but I just have this overwhelming feeling of thank God I never have to do that again.
Yeah, okay. I can't even get a date to save me, but this is why maybe I should just be a little careful, you know. Houston, a woman ends a date by reportedly damaging expensive art inside of a prominent Texas attorney's home. 29-year-old Lindy Lou Lehman appeared before a judge on a criminal mischief charge. She was on a first date with lawyer there, Anthony Busby, last weekend. Busby told police Lehman was drunk, so he called an Uber for her. She refused to leave, and then she hid inside his house. When Busby found her, he says she became aggressive.